Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So not too long ago I filmed my newborn essentials video, just the top things that we use every single day, and you guys love that video. I will leave it down below. And after I filmed that, I got so many requests to film newborn products that I regret buying. And I wasn't gonna film that video because I was like, we use everything, like all of the big things that we purchase. We purchased so many things. Me and my husband were new parents, so I feel like we kind of got sucked into the nesting. Like, for example, I have the Snoo, I have a diaper warmer, which I love, by the way. I love that thing. But I feel like we had a lot of things like redundant things, like we have the Bjorn, but we also have a swing, and we have all the boppies and the Dakota and this and that, and I just felt like we were constantly like switching it up for her, using different things, using different play mats, and she was really loving all of them. And sometimes she'd be fussy in the swing, so then we'd move her to the Bjorn and she'd love it. So I just felt like, yeah, I know I kind of got a lot, but we do use everything. And we just started rotating things, and that's when I realized, like, wow, there's a good amount of stuff that we didn't use, or we didn't use till later on, and you don't need to spend your money all at once when you're in the nesting phase. I put together a list of the top things that I regret buying. Some of them I don't regret buying, it's just we use them later on, and I don't think you need to spend your money all at once and overwhelm your house and yourself with all these products. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. So the first is bows. I bought a ton of bows that look like this. I got them from cute little boutiques. So these weren't inexpensive. They were pretty expensive for bows, but I just thought they were cute. They were head wraps, and I just felt like I could have control over how tight they were, so I could make them a little bit loose so that I wasn't hurting her head. And I just like the look. I love supporting small businesses, especially small businesses online and Etsy's and all that. So yeah, I got a bunch of these. A basket of bows that we don't use. Yeah, I've got a bunch. The kind of pregnant person that I didn't go overboard with newborn outfit, and that's one of my biggest tips. I always tell new moms that get a ton of PJs. I just knew I wanted her to be comfy. I didn't want to overwhelm her with scratchy outfits and baby jeans and dresses and all this. I wanted her to be cozy and comfortable. So I just thought she's probably gonna be in her onesie and one of these head wraps. I am gonna save them for when she's a toddler though. And you just sort of change when you have your baby. You might have all these plans of what you're gonna do, or even parenting styles, and then you get your baby and everything changes. So people have messaged me on Instagram. They're like, why does your daughter never wear a bow? And one, I don't feel that she needs to. I think all babies and newborns are beautiful just the way they are. On top of that, when she came home, she was just so fragile, and you just worry, is it hurting them? Is it too tight? Is it pulling out her hair? Now she is wearing little clips because her bangs go in her eyes, so that's why she either has like a strong side part. Me and my husband will like take a little newborn brush and we'll sweep her hair to the side because it just like bothers her. She'll just like go like this. She started like rubbing her eyes because of it. The second one is like not a super regret, but if I have a second, I'm going to do things differently. So like I said, this is my first baby. I just thought this is the order of things. You get the nursery together, you nest, and you do all this stuff, and then the baby comes home. We were never in her nursery. We're in her nursery right now, and now at 6 months, we're always in here. But when she was first born, we had the Snoo, the bassinet by our bed. We have a changing table in our room as well. We just put like a changing pad on top of our dresser and like screwed it in. And we have her tub in our master bathroom, and we have a few onesies in there. So like we were never coming in her nursery. And so one of the regrets I have that I would do differently for the second is her rocking chair. I would have brought this in my bedroom. Now at 6 months, we're always using this chair so that I can rock her, and then I put her in her crib to transition her out of her bassinet. But yeah, I think that when she was a newborn, this would have been so much more useful, and it just didn't get a lot of use in the beginning. Now we read books in it, and it's so big. Like I got a really big chair because my husband is 6'1", so we wanted to get one that he loves too, and we're both like always rocking her in this. It's very comfortable. To all the new moms, if you have a rocking chair, bring it in your bedroom because you're gonna use it so much more. That brings me to my next point too. You don't have to have your nursery completely ready before the baby comes home. So I have a whole video on organizing her dresser, and I organized the sizing and all of that. That was useful. I will say that, just because when the baby comes home, I was figuring out breastfeeding, figuring out her, how to take care of her. It went by so fast. And the last thing I would have wanted to do is put together her nursery while she was home. But I will say, if you are on a budget or you just don't feel like it, maybe you're pregnant, you just want to relax, you do not need to have your nursery completely done before your baby gets home. The next thing I would say is the DockATot. So, oh my gosh, when I was pregnant, I went back and forth. Should I get the DockATot? Should I not? And so many of my subscribers were like, oh my God, girl, I could not live without the DockATot. Like, that's where they played or slept under supervision, like while they were in the living room or doing emails or whatever the case may be. So I ended up buying it. I actually think it's very beautiful. It's a very nice looking baby thing. Funny enough, my husband loves using the DockATot. It just keeps them kind of like in a confined area while they're still little. So just say that's like a couple times a week, and I don't think that it was worth the money. So for me, I don't think that the DockATot was a smart investment. This one might be another one that people are like, I don't know about that, and that is a baby monitor. We have not used a baby monitor yet. We do have two. We have not set them up. We planned to do it when I was pregnant, and then I went into labor a little earlier than we expected. We thought we had like a couple more days. I went into labor at 39 weeks, so still pretty late. I don't know why we waited last minute for the baby monitor, but we did. Again, this just works for our lifestyle. Me and my husband both work from home, so she either is napping in her swing and we're out there doing emails, so she's never napping alone. When we go to bed at night, she sleeps in our room. She was sleeping in the bassinet next to our bed. Again, this might not be something that works for everybody. Some people are probably watching this like, what, you're not using your baby monitor? She's just never alone. We're actually bringing the crib in our bedroom. I want to sleep next to her until she's like 1, until she feels comfortable being alone. The next thing I have on here is Honest diapers. So many people said go with Honest diapers, so many people said go with Pampers, so many people said go with Huggies, so I kind of didn't know, and Honest had the cutest prints, so I was just like, oh my God, they're adorable, good ingredients, so I just went with them, and I got size newborn 1 and 2. We have a whole box of Honest diapers that we are not using. I do have somebody I'm giving them away to, which is nice. This is the thing, when you're a new parent, these are some of the things you don't know. So the first thing is, when she was a newborn, her poops and pees were just so little. We didn't have any blowouts and nothing leaked through the side or anything like that. But once she started getting to 3.5 months, that's when we started having blowouts every single day with Honest diapers. And then we sized up because people told me to do that, and it still happened. They just like collapsed. The other thing with Honest to keep in mind is they don't have that blue line. I'm obsessed with the blue line playing or something, and I'm like, we haven't done a diaper change. I could just like peek, and if there's no blue line, we're good to go. If there's a blue line, then I'm like, okay, we're gonna change you. So the Honest diapers, keep in mind, don't have that. And the Pampers Pure have good ingredients as well. So that's what we're using now, and we do not have blowouts, which is nice. Okay, so the next few things are pertaining to breastfeeding. So I bought so much stuff. Everybody said, your nipples are gonna crack, your nipples are gonna be sore, get all the bombs, get all the shields, get a nipple shield. Like, I bought everything, and I didn't use anything. I never got cracked nipples. I never got soreness from breastfeeding. My mom breastfed us, and she told me that she was in so much pain the first week. Then the skin toughened and everything was okay, but she said she liked the nipple bombs and all of that. I bought everything, guys. I have not opened a single thing. Breastfeeding just worked out for me. I know that that's not the case for everybody, but I have to say it just worked out. Didn't get soreness. She did not have trouble latching. Yeah, so I regret how much stuff. It's just wasteful. You know what I mean? It's not like it took up a ton of space or anything like that. It's just wasteful. I'm trying to move into a minimalist lifestyle and having less and only having things we need and love and use and find joy in. The next thing as far as breastfeeding is the hand pump. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it was. If it always felt like my boob was just too big for that thing, and like it just didn't suck out the way it was supposed to, and it just hurt. If anything, that would give me marks, not Violet breastfeeding. It would be that hand pump. I would never get that again. And then the last thing I would say is the Boppy pillow that's in the U shape. Looks like this. Now at 6 months that she can lift up her head, she's kind of like sitting in it, and I'll see her in her playroom. She'll kind of reach for it and like want to hang out in it. But I still like, I feel like you could put up pillows for her to hang out on. You know what I mean? The reason why I got it was for breastfeeding. Thought that I was gonna like put it around me and she would breastfeed, and honestly it was such a nice ratio of like where she was. I did like using it, but how often she needed to feed in the beginning, I was not always looking for the Boppy pillow. It would be like, I would just whip out my boob. I could be making dinner and I was feeding her standing up, or I was in my room and the boppy pillow was now in the living room, I could not keep up with where the pillow was. I just used my hands and we got into a good position when she was a newborn, and now at 6 months she feeds like this. So when she was a newborn she fed like the football pose, I think it's called, and now she feeds like this. And she also likes when I lay down, and she lays down with me and we breastfeed like that. I did not need a special pillow. I know that there's like another pillow that people use, and for me it was just inconvenient to always be like, where's the pillow? Is it in the living room now? Is it in our bedroom? The other thing too, guys, you can also use a regular fluffy pillow, like one you sleep with. Just put it under you and put the baby on there and breastfeed like that. So yeah, those were all of my product regrets, or you know, things that I would have done differently. I think a big thing is I just didn't know. Like you don't know what you don't know. A big thing for me that I always tell new moms is just don't stress about the nursery. Don't stress about getting everything perfect. If anything, take more time putting together their clothes and then all the different sizing and having it all washed, because that's what's really going to be helpful when you come home from the hospital, and having the baby's stuff organized and folded so that you can easily change, because you are changing diapers non-stop. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.